Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nick Gates Show. I am your host, Nick Gates. I am so excited for y'all to tune in today. We're going to be building a tabletop, the live edge pine cut wood with some metal pipe legs on it. Tonight we're going to be cutting the wood, sanding it down, putting some stain on there. Going to be using some tea stain. I'm going to show you how to do that. Just an easy DIY thing you can do at home. But a friend of mine is moving her business to a new place. She said, hey, Nick, I know you're pretty handy. Can you do this? Make some tables for me for my new space. I'm always willing to help out for a friend. Not a problem at all. But guys, before we get started, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Again, everybody, welcome to the Nick Gates Show. Okay, y'all, what I mean by a live edge tabletop, this is a piece of pine wood. I actually got it at Lowe's Hardware, believe it or not. But what it is, it's just a cut tree, basically, that still has the bark on both sides here. So I'm gonna come around here, show you that. And this is about a 6 foot piece. And so I'm gonna make a cut. The tabletop's gonna be about 4 feet long. And then I'm gonna have a shelf that's gonna go underneath that. And there's gonna be a spot for a mini fridge. We'll get into the legs a little bit later, but I wanna show you what I'm gonna do with this tabletop here. First, I'm gonna cut it exactly 47 inches. That's the space I gotta work with. So that's gonna be the length of the tabletop. 47 inches, I'm gonna cut that. We're gonna sand this down. Now this is gonna be the bottom. So I'm not really worried about this right here, but the other side has already been sanded, believe it or not. So normally I take some 80 grit and work down to about I don't know, 120, then a 220, get it real smooth. Probably doesn't even need that. I may go over it with a 220 coat. We'll do that. I'll show you what I'm doing here in just a moment. We'll get at it. As I said before, the length of the tabletop is going to be exactly 47 inches. That's really the space I've got to work with. So come on in here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Now, what I'm going to do just a little bit as we go, I'm going to measure, take my tape measure and make a mark at 47 inches long. But see this piece of tape that I put here? So I'm going to mark on that across there. And then I'm going to cut it with just my circular saw. I feel pretty confident I can do a pretty straight line. But I'm doing this here to make a nice even cut that won't chip the wood. So get in here real quick. Get in here close. I'm going to make a mark at 47 inches. I'm going to go over. I'm going to put my straight edge down here and make a cut. Go from there. Catch you on a bit. All right, y'all, I want to show you. So here's what I mean by putting that tape down. It's gonna make this, see, it just makes a straight, smooth cut on the side there. I'm gonna take that off. See, you got a smooth corner here. Everything's good. Now I'm gonna sand all this. This is the bottom. I'm not much really concerned about that. But I'm gonna come over here. Here's the piece I cut. So this is gonna be like a little shelf underneath there. And this is all gonna make more sense once I put the legs together. And like I said, it's gonna be a mini fridge. But see, nice, smooth, straight cut. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna turn this thing over. We're gonna start sanding. We're gonna go from there, y'all. All right, y'all, got my sander ready. I'm just gonna use 220 grit sandpaper. Like I said, when I got this one side of it was already sanded down pretty good. So I don't think there's any, I think using the 80 and the 120, I think that's really gonna be overkill. So I'm gonna go over it one time with the sander, then we'll check it out. We'll go from there. Okay, so come right here. Check this out. Watch me do it. All right, I'm gonna get a towel. I'm gonna blow this off, clean it off real good. We'll fill it. We'll go from there, see if we need to do it again. Okay, y'all. Just got done, finished sanding down with some 220 grit sandpaper. I think it's come out pretty good. Do me a favor though, after you get done sanding it, get you a damp paper towel or a terry cloth and go over that a few times. Make sure you get all the sawdust up before you start staining and polyurethaning. And I will tell you this, some of this stuff is a little brittle. So I've got a piece of bark while sanding it come off. This is not a big deal, y'all. Just got to know where the bark came from, right? So pay attention to that. But I'm just going to get some Gorilla Glue or wood glue. I'm going to put it right back up on there. Not going to do that until I'm done staining. Once I get done with the stain, before I put a coat of polyurethane on the top and on the sides, I'm going to glue that up there. Be good as new. Catch y'all in a bit. All right, y'all. Plan B. We're going to get in. We're actually going to apply some stain to this. Earlier, I told you we're going to do a tea stain. Newsflash, everybody. Tea stain freaking sucks. Do not do it. It's a pain in the ass. I applied 10 coats. Got basically absolutely nowhere. So we're going to go back to Old Faithful. However, this is pine. So we're going to put a preconditioner on there. Let that dry for about anywhere from 10, 15 minutes. And then we're going to apply a stain on top of that. So let that dry, then we'll do polyurethane. Check it out. All right, y'all, here is our live edge table. This is gonna be our tabletop right here. Over here, this is gonna be our shelf. It's only about 27 inches long because again, we have to put a mini fridge underneath there. But I got this Minwax pre-stained wood conditioner. We're just gonna brush that on. Just got our little foam brush there. Brush it on. All right, y'all. That's it. Wait 10, 15 minutes. Rub off any excess. Put on your stain within a couple hours. Catch y'all in a bit. All right, y'all. It's been about 30, 45 minutes since I put on the wood conditioner. I've already wiped that off. It's dry. So we're going to start to put on our stain. All right, everybody. Like I just said, the pre-stain wood conditioner has been put on. It's been about 30, 45 minutes. Wipe that off. It's dried. Now we're going to put on this stain. It's called it's a Minwax Early American is what we're using today. The friend of mine who asked me to build these, they had some other floating shells that I tried to match up best I can. This is it. So I'm going to start with the edges first. And I'll put my stain on just with a rag. So I'm going to start with the edges, just because I figure they're going to drip a little bit. Let's see what it does here. Okay, back at it. Got the edges done here. We're going to do the tops. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do the shelf portion. We'll let that dry. I'll see y'all in the morning. All right, y'all, our stain is dried. I think it looks really, really good. I'm really excited. We're gonna put on some polyurethane, just gonna brush it on. Let that dry. It is gonna drip. So I put a tarp down, got some sawhorses up, and I've got some 2x4s or just pieces of material up underneath our shelves and the tabletop. Just so I can get around to the edges of it. We're gonna brush this on, see what it looks like. I'm pretty excited about it. This doesn't take long at all to do. And this is supposed to level itself out, so there's no bubbles. It should level itself. There should be no buildup. We'll see. After our first coat, may go over with a fine grit sandpaper. And if we need to do a second coat, we will. So far, I am pretty excited. And all these grooves best I can to protect this as well. But this is where, right before I did this, I had a few bark pieces that fell off. And so all I did was went around and with some wood glue, stuck them back on there. And it's all good now. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna finish this up. We'll take a look at the finished product. Catch y'all in a bit. All right, y'all, we're on to the second step of the process of our live edge tabletop. We're gonna do the legs. Just went on Amazon, ordered these metal lead pipe legs with T-joints and the bases. But when you first get these, you're gonna notice they got some like a oily residue on them. So you wanna clean that up so you can at least touch it with your bare hands. So we're gonna just take each section of our pipe, take some mineral spirits, just get that with the rag, wipe them down, let that dry, then we'll get on to the assembly. So let me show you, we'll go over a few pieces here. Pretty simple stuff. Just wet your rag with the mineral spirits. Just one at a time. Go over these bad boys just a little bit. Set them over to the side. Wet your rag again and again as needed. You'll do each one like that. Doesn't take much time at all. And especially doesn't take much time to dry either. So we're gonna go piece by piece, make sure you do all your joints. And I will say, if you go on Amazon, and I'll put links in the description, but all of these, you can pretty much order this pipe to any length you need. I'm using, starting with my base pieces on the bottom, I'm using a 14-inch piece. We're gonna put a shelf a little less than halfway up. So we're gonna do our base, 14-inch, do a T-joint in there, and then do an 18-inch on top. But my depth-wise, we're using 16 inches. That way I can use a piece of this live edge and just sit it right in there without having to cut it or anything. But you can mix and match, just really depending on what height you need for your table or for your legs at least. I'm going to continue to do this. All right, y'all. It doesn't take no time at all for that mineral spirits to dry. So we're going to go ahead and assemble our legs. I'll show you how one works. And we're going to start with our cross pieces. Like I said, I got 16-inch pipe. I'm going to start with putting our T-joints on there first. I found that this is going to work the best when you're assembling these. I would not tighten these up just yet. I would make sure you get it all connected and go from there. But so we got our cross piece with our T-joints on there. And we'll start with our 14-inch pieces. This is going to be the bottom half of our legs. The cross pieces are going to serve as really just a piece to lay our shelf on. I got another piece of live edge, so we're going to put that on there. So we got that. Let's go ahead and put on our base pieces. This is 3/4 inch pipe. I mean, whatever is going to look best to you, depending on what you're doing. You can get 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1.5 inches. Obviously, the bigger you go, the more expensive it is. But these come in just about any number you'd like as well. So I think when I ordered these, I think I got them in packs of 10, but I think you can get pretty much anything you want. So I got this is standing up here. Now I'm gonna use my 18-inch pieces. them right in there. Then 2 more tops. Simple as that right here. So here's what's going to happen, guys. Imagine we're going to have 3 of these, right? So on this side here, there's going to be a mini fridge that sits underneath there. Now I've actually measured this too. This comes out to be right at a height of 33 inches, which is actually a little bit more than the height of our mini fridge is going to go in there. So we're going to have our mini fridge sitting right here. I'm going to have a second leg here. Then we're going to have our shelf over here. So I'm going to continue to assemble these, and after we stain, polyurethane, our live edge pine tabletop and our shelf piece, we'll come back and we'll start the assembly. Catch y'all in a bit. All right, y'all, this is our finished product after 3 coats of polyurethane. After each one, sanded them down just a little bit with 220 grit sandpaper. This is gonna look really nice. So tonight we're gonna assemble the legs and see what that looks like. Make sure it's all level and go from there. All right, y'all, I've got my tabletop turned upside down. We're gonna attach the legs. First thing you wanna do, you're gonna pre-drill you some holes, because the last thing you wanna do is splinter this wood. Second of all, remember, we're using pine. It's really soft. So make sure when you're starting to pre-drill your holes, make sure you measure and make sure you don't go all the way through to the tops. So I've already got my holes pre-drilled, and we'll go from there. Catch y'all in a bit. All right, y'all, finished product, got the legs on. All that's left now is just to take it to a space and get the fridge underneath there. I've measured, double, triple checked, everything should fit fine. I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna show you the table right quick. Y'all, here we go. In about 3 days, we've got our tabletop, our live edge pine slab there, stained, 3 coats of polyurethane. We got a shelf down here on the bottom. This is gonna be awesome. They got these metal iron table legs. Mini fridge can go right here in this section. This is gonna be perfect. So everyone, again, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.